No, I mean, I saw Vecinaa kind of hover over the Sidra, and I think they're actually gonna play the Sidra. So this is probably a match between the two most hated legends in the game right now, or at least the two most hated weapons. I won't say legends, but weapons for sure. Cannon and Greatsword. People really don't seem to have a fun time playing either of these weapons right now because their punish game is extremely oppressive and it's cruel. You know, you dodge wrong once and you are in for a world of hurt. And granted, the Greatsword actually has more dodge windows and opportunities than the cannon does, believe it or not. But even with that said, the amount of frustration is a feeling that is very real to a lot of people. So we're gonna see how Bruxo and Vecinaa are able to, come out here. Who's gonna come out on top?
Yeah. Guess we'll find out, man. I mean, this is not a matchup I've seen quite a bit of, but at the same time, man, you were correct, man. Both these weapons, if you dodge once, yeah, you might actually lose your stock off it from like yellow. Okay.
Oh,
Are they scrapping though?
yeah, it's definitely one of those matchups where oh, that's gonna be a KO. Yeah, you can't air dodge back from there. So the first stock of Bruxo goes down to Vecinaa. But Bruxo, with this Greatsword, in this matchup, you know that the cannon's always gonna be trying to traverse the horizontal plane, right? You want to control the X-axis, and the Greatsword is very good at doing that with dash up D-light. So you're always trying to space around the hitboxes of the cannon and punish it with a dash up D-light or side light to get your own string started. But Bruxo on the regular sword right now might throw out that side sig soon enough. It's getting close to that damage range.
Okay. Want to move his way through there. Oh, going for the sig for. I mean, maybe the neutral sig might have caught. But yeah, I think we went for that side sig instead. I'm not even what he meant to do. Could have been a miss input or something like that. But regardless, still got to find a way to get the stock off sooner than later. And he is having a rough time. Sidra now on her own sword. Uh-oh.
Nice.
Okay, recovery. I mean, I feel like that recovery is very hard to sword. It covers a lot of space in front of him. So.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's extremely strong. KO's relatively early. It does have a good chunk of startup though, has 20 frame startup, so you can kind of stuff it quite a bit. And Bruxo doesn't even look like he's going to get a chance to really pick up another Greatsword with the way that Vecinaa is playing right now. It looks like we might be on the verge of a 3-stock cannon ball to the dome. No dodge for a while on Bruxo. He's going to dodge to the end here. Goes for the gravity cancel and sig. Oh, now he definitely can't make it back. One more gravity cancel and sig.
Okay.
Oh, he can do it again. Gravity cancel and sig here. Just dodges. He's fine. Oh no.
Don't.
Well, 3-stock.
Man, that sound, bro. Every time. Don't.
Yeah, you know,
Like,
that's
I feel like I hate dying to
cannon.
that more than anything else, bro. Just the sound of that. Gone.
There's something that feels like super anticlimactic when you get KO'd by a weapon, bro, right? Like, it's just like, man, you weren't even up close and personal when you KO'd me. You just threw a weapon at me. Especially the cannon. Oh, don't. There it is. It's just like the base on that. Here we go, game 2. Bruxo's gonna stick with the Jaeyun.
I'm a little surprised about that, but you know, like, well, maybe it was the change. I was gonna say maybe it was a change of scenery, but didn't even get a change of scenery. It was right back. So hopefully he'll bring something new to the table, because yeah, that first game was not good at all. You know, got to call it like it is sometimes. That was not good. Okay, here we go. Get some mix in here. So the second hit's not even guaranteed? Like, none of that's guaranteed? Uh-oh. Did I lose him again? All right, man. It looks like I'm back into it. I don't know what happened to Flambeau, but it looks like it is all me. Go ahead and figure out what's going on with Flambeezy, but we're going to get right back to this bat. Oh my God. I cannot believe that still hit. Must have thought he was charging a down sig instead. Now, that's a great sig. I love those command grab type sigs. This feels good. Feels like a big read. All right. I'm trying to get this down air. Trying to get something started for him. You've seen a lot of side sigs, but just really isn't really, or not side sigs, side lights, but really isn't getting much off of that. Only getting this like one hit into nothing. And again, I mean, this is a new weapon, so I'm sure that if you haven't practiced against it, it could be pretty hard. But it seems like it really does seem like it's a little something about this weapon. So the way that he's playing right now, at least, he's not getting hit by any of the 1-2s, which, according to Flambo, he said that's not true, right? The bridge is not true.
Yeah, the only bridge that is true is if you go for side light, D light, that'll be a true bridge. And then a lot of time, if you go for down air into neutral light bridge, that is a 1-frame dodge window. Consistently, it can be true, but since they're playing on lag, it may as well be a true combo. So those are like the two that you're really going to be spamming out. You can go for N light into D light as well, because that one's not jumpable. But most Greatsword players I've seen aren't using the optimal routes. Like, he's giving a lot of windows for Vecinaa to get out. But a lot of people don't know that. So a lot of times it doesn't matter if they're doing the optimal thing or not.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, now he's starting to try to get some of these dodge reads, but unfortunately, he's still in the sky after that down air. That down air, when it hits the ground, you're allowed to act out of it. But if it's still in the air, you're not getting your MVC combo going here.
Yeah, the great thing about that down air is you can do down air into neutral air a lot of times. Like, you have enough time to get both of those hitboxes out in one jump, and then you can try to convert off of that. But so far, it looks like Bruxo, he's doing it. You know, he's trying, but not doing it quite well enough. Vecinaa, there's a lot more nuance, I'll say, to the Greatsword punish game than for Cannon. For Cannon, you get the side light, you get the dodge, you just side light say recovery. It doesn't really get much deeper than that. Maybe you want to go for a D light into down air extension, but that's it. You don't really have to think about the nuances between the different stances and what's the most optimal thing. You just do it and it'll work. So for Bruxo here, there's a lot of like gears that are turning, and I can see he's thinking about it, but the tournament setting is not going to be the place where you're going to be able to refine a lot of those things. Like right there, he went for a side light to end light combo. You just go to side light, D light right there, and then go for a stance cancel say or something. But it's hard to just know to do all that if it's not muscle memory.
Man, I'm kind of surprised neither one of them got an edge guard right there. They were stuck off that stage for quite some time, but now he's back on his regular sword, but I don't even think it matters. It's kind of late into the game. He does have a deep red going, but you know, he's also getting close to his own deep red. It's side air. Not gonna be enough yet. Oh, trying to grab against that side light. Yeah, he scooped him up on that one. Actually scooped him up on that one.
Because you can use that as like your KO option quite a bit and it'll work. What's actually surprising me, hold on, Bruxo's doing it. It's just that Vecinaa is dodging in so much, and all he has to do is chase dodge through him and then side light the other way, and you can just take him for a ride. He got it. He got it.
Yo.
Nice.
Wait a minute, that was the most momentum stock I've ever seen, bro. Like, he got three air dodge threes and just popped off. Okay, man.
Yeah, let's take a look at this, right? So he dodges through here. Looks like Vecinaa comes down, and then he goes for the side light and light bridge. That's the quickest one that you can do off of a D-light starter. And then immediately he goes 3 to dodge, because that's where everyone dodges, dude. After 2 hits, starter bridge, everyone dodges. If people dodge after the starter, then you just adjust your offense to chase dodge through and then start your offense extended string off of that. But people have to prove it to you first. Every Greatsword player is going to start off with a neutral starter into a bridge and then wait to see what you're going to do. Vecinaa has been dodging in, I want to say like 8 out of 10 times. Bruxo can really just chase dodge through him, side light, end light, dash cancel, end light, side light, into whatever he like. The world is his. So I just want him to take it. Just take it.
Yeah, but he was doing a lot more dash back than anything, because he knew that dash was coming in. So, you know, he was like, let me go ahead and readjust my position to be the same as yours, except now you don't have a dodge window, so I'm about to body you. And like, that's what we saw multiple times, man. Definitely worked out in his favor. We're not gonna get any switches here on the character select screen. We got Jaeyoung, we got Sidra all out yet again. Let's see what happens.
Go. Going to Demon Island. I think this stage for the Greatsword is probably one of the best that there is to offer. Greatsword doesn't really love platforms because it's a weapon that likes to stay grounded, and it likes you staying grounded. So if there's no platforms for you to run to, that means you have to land at some point, and if you have to land, that means you're in Greatsword territory. So this stage, definitely one of the better ones for it. We're going to see how Vecinaa is going to play around it, though, because it's also a good stage for Cannon for pretty much the exact same reasons, right? You want to catch the landings and then escort people to the blast zone personally. So we're going to see, I like that dash back from Bruxo. That was smart. He's throwing out these hitboxes, and
he's keeping that idea from last game. He knows that he has been dodging it quite a bit, so he's probably going to look for a lot more dash backs. But now it seems like it really has to figure out where he is on the stage. Because you saw this time around, it seems like Vecinaa is starting to dash away That might be
Nice.
something Bruxo might have to catch up on to, but nice sig right there to go ahead and get him right as he pokes his head over the edge. The rock splitter himself.
Yeah, man, the Jing side sig is ridiculous on sword. He does like a nice jump before he does it, so he travels quite a bit of distance. You combine that with a dash jump, and you can run to the center of the stage and make people think you're not guarding the ledge, and then just come back and, hey, what's up? Oh, another down air? Oh, he missed it.
I like the fact that Jayon has that, you know, his side air is pretty much a semi-spike too, man. So he's got great aerials for edge guarding. They look a little slow, but I mean, the speed really doesn't matter too much. It really just is. If you read that air dodge, then you're in there.
And they do damage, dude. They do so much damage. Like, you know, oh man. Bruxo kind of showing what the Greatsword's all about. Vecinaa trying to cannon his way to victory here. He needs a side light or a D-light starter here to convert into a lot of damage. Tries to fish for a side light there. Bruxo jumps right over it. I like that gravity cancel right there because there's a little splash hitbox on the cannon ground pound once it hits the floor, and he was able to use the iframes on the dodge through it. That's the exact hitbox I was talking about. You see it sends it to the side instead of straight down.
All right. Gets us up another great sword, and I like that usage of the going aerial with the third one just to make sure that he doesn't get punished for being on the ground still. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that would have been so clean. If you turned that around, I think he actually might have had that combination of the down air recovery.
It's interesting seeing the difference between all the Greatsword players. Nice recovery from Bruxo to close out the KO. Bruxo likes to go for these reads on dodge in with a jump down air punish, and he's been able to get a decent amount of leverage with it. And there's just so many options with this weapon. You can kind of see the difference in styles between the players. Vecinaa, though, trying to make something happen. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That D-light and light is basically a true combo if you're not on land, right? One dodge frame, you're not getting that. So was able to dash back, bait the dodge, and then get that entire string because of it. There we go again. Down air to end light.
Okay, keep them both keep the swords juggling real quick. Now he's gonna throw that second one forward, potentially force him into the air. Great usage of the. I'm loving this this sword play though, man. He has definitely picked it up. Oh,
Nice.
bye. He's definitely picked it up in these last two matches. I mean, and if it wasn't even for the last two matches, I feel like he really just picked it up in the last part of the second match, where he went and got that crazy momentum burst and won the game. And now I feel like that momentum is just kind of stuck onto his side, man. It's not tipped back yet.
Yeah, it's been a tough time for sure for Vecinaa. Vecinaa definitely, you can tell he's not super familiar with the Greatsword matchup, which I don't expect anyone to at this point. Jayon's been out for like maybe 2 months now, maybe a little bit less than that even. And it hasn't really given enough people the time to, one, learn the matchup, but two, in order to learn the matchup, you need to go up against players that are like good with the weapon, right? And we've been using those 2 months essentially to learn the weapon, figure it out, try to see how to make it good. And so if people aren't even there yet, how are you supposed to familiarize yourself with the matchup, right? So Vecinaa's doing his best to try to keep up, but Bruxo is definitely showing what the Greatsword can do, and I'm telling you, this is just the tip of the iceberg, man. This weapon can do a lot more. A lot more.
All right. So, let's see what we got coming up next. As we, we're gonna keep the Jayon going.
Okay. Oh, hold on, restarting bands. There we go. And then if you're Bruxo here, you're gonna go to the stage that doesn't have platforms. Looks like Apocalypse is probably where you want to go. If you're playing the Greatsword here, you don't want to go to Great Hall, but looks like Apocalypse gets banned out. So the next best, I guess, is Miami Dome. You can do Great Hall if you want. Jaeyoon can actually like slide charge a side sig off of the side platform of Great Hall, I think, and make it to the other platform. I know he can do it for sure on Small Enigma, but I'm not super sure if he can do it on Great Hall or not.
Oh,
He got hops.
I think he actually just swapped over into the defense stance now. I'm pretty sure he was regular stance earlier, but he's swapped over to the defense stance, trying to live just a little longer. Sidra already has some pretty good defense, but ain't no reason not to buff it up a little bit, especially when you see your opponent buffing up their force a little bit. So, you know, you're trying to even it back out. Let's see what happens, though, as we get into our fourth game. Bruxo really turned up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he's doing it, man. This is what I love to see. Oh, and he's going for these down air reads still. Was unable to catch Vecinaa there. Down air is pretty safe, recovering a lot of dodge options here. Nice. Goes for the finisher there, but you can see Vecinaa was able to dodge out. It's not true. He hadn't burned his dodge yet up until that point. So Bruxo was just kind of hoping he didn't dodge out. It's kind of like a check just to make sure your opponent's not sleeping at the wheel.
Right. I think that's the big thing too, man. I feel like when you get your first hit with well, when I'm playing this weapon, I'm thinking that whenever I get my first sidelight hit or just any grounded light, I want to see what my opponent does before I start going for the rest of the tree. So if like I hit one and he doesn't dodge or he jumps, then then later on I'm gonna keep going for more until he starts dodging. But if I hit one and he dodges, then yeah, I'm just gonna keep hitting one and wait for the dodge. Gotta get that good damage.
That's they're gonna kill, because I'm like, you just gravity cancel side sig with genuine sword here, or ground pound, that'll do it. Cool. And now Bruxo has the lead. But no, I know exactly what you mean, right? You want to kind of feel out your opponent's habits, right? It's like an intentional choice you make to not try to go for more damage, even though you could get it, because you want to make sure that the next time you find an opening, you know what option is going to give you the most optimal punish. And so far, I mean, Bruxo is doing it, right? Like, he got a good chunk of damage here, got Vecinaa into the orange on his second stock before losing his first, and we did see that Bruxo did get a little lazy trying to close out the first stock. Nice. But he kept going for recovery in neutral, and it got stuffed twice because of that 20 frame startup we were talking about before. So either way, I mean, Vecinaa's having a tough time. Yeah, that recovery's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Has no business being that strong.
Definitely has no business being that strong, man. This is looking real good for Bruxo, man. I don't know. That first game looked like he didn't know how to use this weapon on. Ever since then, he's been like, wait, never mind, I remembered. His brain is activated.
He's tilted. Oh, he's tilting Vecinaa here, bro. Oh, this is all but over. I'm calling it now. The way that...
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't really see the comeback coming here. Oh, the down air. Okay. And I thought he was going to go for the ground pound for a good measure, but it doesn't matter, man. That's it.
Yeah.
546 to 263. Man.
GG, well played. Nice zip. Yeah, he definitely Greatsworded him at the end. It is like, ooh,
that's all you can really say is like, man, you got destroyed. Like, I don't really know, you know, sometimes, like, you know, you don't want to be nice about it. You're like, oh, bro, like, you know, if with a couple adjustments, I don't really know what like, you need a book of adjustments right there.
Yeah.
To get back at one, man. That wasn't like a single page. That needed a book.